Hey, Danny, hi. How are you?
Good. Good morning. How are you?
Good.
Good morning. Good morning.
See? Let's see. You're all settled in.
Yeah, I'm trying to get everything, all the equipment, everything set in, process, meet the people.
Yes. This is, you started this week, right?
I started Monday.
Okay.
So
Today is Wednesday.
today's Wednesday. Today's my first time. Actually, the traffic I'm still trying to get used to. You
How
know.
far?
Milpitas. I'm in Milpitas. So coming in like
Yeah.
even now because I had an 8 o'clock team meeting.
Yes.
And I came in and I left at 9:30. It took me like 45 minutes.
Okay.
So trying to figure it out. I was looking. Maybe should I just pay the fast pass? I don't know yet. I'm trying to figure out a routine or come earlier because everybody has their own routine, right? Like you come in really early, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
then you leave at 3 or 4, whatever.
Yeah, usually my, my meeting ends by 3:30.
Uh-huh.
So sometimes like, on Tuesdays, the traffic is really bad. So like
Tuesday.
yesterday, I
Yeah.
left early, like 3. Wednesdays are slow, like, slow in the sense, like, it's easy to get through the traffic quickly. So I live by San Jose.
Oh, south,
So-
north,
Uh,
east?
Yes, so by Santa Cruz. So Los Gatos, Saratoga, Los Gatos.
Oh, so that's okay, east.
Completely opposite to, like, you go this way, I go this way.
So it takes you 40 minutes, 45 minutes?
Yeah, so it depends on, California, like Bay Area, you can never predict how much time it takes, but it's okay. It's, in the morning, it's much shorter, 25.
Yeah, because you come at 6?
Yeah, yes. I usually get in by 6:30.
6:30?
Yeah. I leave home by like 5:45, 6. If I want to have a coffee, then I leave a little bit early, just enjoy the quietness.
Yeah.
But if I have work to do, like I need quiet time to do my work, so that then I leave early and then I come early. That way it's, by the time everybody gets in, I get half of the job done.
Because you have your like a private timeline.
Yeah, because, there's a ton of learning that goes in, reading documentation, training documentation, there's so much going on.
I know, I know, that's why, first week's kind of overwhelmed.
Yes, it is, yes.
So, just kind of get out, tech set up, the phone, learning the process.
Did you get everything?
I pretty much everything. I think I can limp along.
Yeah.
I got this here. Still trying to figure out things like that. But fortunately, it's all Google stuff, so I'm kind of familiar with it.
Yeah, I am familiar with it. I am not a big fan. Sometimes I get lost in where the data is. Like information management becomes hard.
Yeah, like I don't. The first thing is like directory where everybody sits. It's not current.
Yes.
That's a problem, right? So, like you don't have an assigned office in directory, but you do have one.
Yes. Yeah.
So I had to figure out Marty, she told me about it. So,
Okay.
yeah, so that's the first problem, right?
I think we will solve that problem very quickly once people start coming to the office, right?
Oh.
Because right now it's like empty. I'm like, where is everyone?
Is it, but Tuesday, Thursday is better, right?
Tuesday, Thursday, Friday.
It's just Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And when you say empty, are you saying, I don't know, the Bay Area people just don't come in, or they just too far apart, or what? I don't know.
No, I think, so being a part of software organization,
Yeah.
organization, some folks have a very different time to work on. Like like coders, they work 24/7.
Correct.
When they are on the task, and then they take so their lifestyle is very different, right?
Correct,
Versus, security people, you have to constantly be on the watch about everything and anything that goes on. Watch, run reports,
Right.
monitoring services, they're like different type. So we don't get any downtime at all. IT, which is Alex's team, they build, run, install, and you maintain. So that's a different lifestyle for them. So I think that's a great thing that we have different type of, like it's flexible enough based on which team, what role you have. And all
Yeah.
doing it,
So you've been here, I think you started 2 weeks, 1 week before.
No, a month now.
A month now?
Yes.
Oh, so you've been here a month now?
I know everything about, ask me anything about this company. I'm kidding. I'm still learning, but, yeah, I think you know, Alex and I talk about it, and I want my team to be from here on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Mhm.
And then Monday and Friday can be flexible. I come on Fridays too, actually, sometimes, you know, just to.
Mingle with people, huh?
Yes, yes, although it's only Alex and I sitting and having lunch, there's nobody here on Friday.
Oh, wow.
But, you know, I want to make sure that.
Well, you know, I might join you guys if you want me to come in and just to listen, to hear. Yeah. So, you know, I think having lunch is a great way to bounce ideas,
I think so too.
ask questions,
Yeah,
things like that.
Yeah, because every time it doesn't need to be like a formal meeting.
Right.
Right?
Right.
You can learn, I actually learn a lot by just casually knocking and
Yeah.
stopping by and making sure that people, A, know who I am, and then B, I know what they do.
Exactly.
And security people have to know.
Right, because you know, it's fun, I think, you know, to mingle with people and just to build that relationship, you know, so I won't come, you know, every day, you know, until you're like, oh, I'm really sick or something, you know.
No, I mean, look, that's a perk also. You know,
Yeah.
we work in a fast environment, so
Yeah.
sometimes people work long hours, like Alex traveled on Saturday, Sunday, or July 4th actually to get the job done, so.
Yeah.
You know, he will take time off when he wants to. I don't want my people to get burned out either. So.
Yeah, true, yeah. Well-being's important.
Yes, very important.
Well-being
Very,
is
very
important, yeah, I know, so, because over the long run, it's not gonna be sustainable, you know.
It's not, and you know, your mind doesn't work then. You actually, just being there doesn't mean that you're working efficiently, so that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that, especially for people like who are new, you know, just once you build up your relationship, once you know who you are, and
Mhm.
once the leadership knows, you know, they have the right talent, then you can take, but for first 6 months, you'll always have that heavy shoulder on you that, hey, there's just the terminologies are so many in this company, and there's a very active environment in software development and deployment cycles and all those.
Yeah.
So people talk in acronyms and I have to like stop and I'm like, what do you mean by that?
I know, and I don't think we have a glossary, nothing like that in the company, right? It's in everybody's head.
Yeah. So asking is the best, is what
I asked, you know, I'm.
like, what do you mean? And then not every time you will remember everything, right?
Right.
So that's the other part.
Right, and I try to be apologetic because I don't know, I may forget your name in 2 days, right? And
Don't forget my name.
I got your name, Abhishek.
Call me Abhi.
Abhi?
Yeah,
Abhi?
yeah.
Abhi,
If
okay.
that's everybody that calls me.
Okay, Abhi.
Yeah, that's easy for you.
Abhi, you have my phone number?
I do.
I have my phone number, I can give it to you.
I have all with me, and then let me, you know, the best thing is Slack.
Yes, Slack.
Yeah, because when you called me, I saved you. Now that when you will give me, I will save it again.
Okay.
Oh, I think I slacked you yesterday, right?
Yeah, and yes, my phone was still trying to get it
Yeah,
set
yeah,
up, and
yeah.
so I apologize, I didn't.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure you got it.
Okay, I got you here. I'll ping you, and on Slack, that's me.
Got it. That's Google. Okay, so let me give you my 650 number.
Okay, and I'll give you my, I don't know, let me see this phone number, I gotta find out what number this is.
The one that I called you from?
Oh, that one I have, I was just trying to find out my work number for this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't.
753-380-380.
Okay, that's work, I'm trying to figure out what's my phone number here.
So this way you could. you are here, Danny,
Yes.
I can actually share a little bit of what I want you to do. But before we get into the detail, I can actually give you an overview of,
Yes.
you know, how this whole function is set up. And in just coming days, I'll make an announcement that will sort of give you more details about who's who, but before, you're here, so I can tell you right now. I think
Okay.
it's, you can assume it's not public knowledge yet, but for people that are directly in my org or working directly like Alex and all, they all know what I'm doing, so.
Do you want me to close this door completely?
No,
This is okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, cybersecurity organization basically have 4 pillars. One is GRC. The other one is security, engineering, and architecture.
I'm sorry, what's GRC?
Governance, risk, compliance.
Okay, right.
And product security. And this one is cyber threat intelligence and incident management, right? So we basically, what I'll do is, I think we should make that change overall. Let me put cyber threat intelligence and incident management, and then put GRC here, security, engineering and architecture, and then product security here. And I'll explain you why I changed it. So here is IT, which is Alex, and here is DevOps, which is Manasa. Okay, software. Okay, so I'm just talking about cybersecurity for now. And if you see my boss, Satnam, whom you're going to meet tomorrow, that's how it's structured. Okay, so CEO software, Satnam, he's basically responsible for software, IT, cyber. Okay, so within software there are functions like lab operations, infrastructure, and all. You'll eventually learn it, but infrastructure, sys infrastructure, lab ops, commercial, and quality test, software, and all, right? So these guys all develop software. This team, Manasa's team, does the testing and really make the release, as it happens. Any questions so far?
The right side.
Yeah.
Where? What was that? Manu? I couldn't read that right.
Manasa.
Manasa.
Yeah.
He is
She.
She. And she's in Manor Park.
Yes, you'll meet everyone.
Okay.
Yes, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
You and I will work very closely because you're my lifeline.
Thank you so much.
Okay. don't worry about too much names and all, because you
Okay.
hear these names again and again, and I'll tell you to connect with folks and all, right?
Okay.
So now going back to this CISO organization, and this is where I have you. Incident management, right? GRC, there's a director, Andrew, and he has his team, so you will meet him. He's in Washington DC office, by the way. This is Janet. She's a senior director. Have you met Janet?
I spoke to her.
You spoke to her?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is Janet, and she has security engineering and architecture. And this is product. I'm still looking for the director. I think in a week or two I will finalize that. So
That's part of security.
Product security, right? So the reason why I drew on this side and this side is because they work very closely with this.
Okay.
And, you know, CTI and this team works very closely with Alex. So that's just to make it easy for us. Now, let me take a pause here and see if you have any questions.
I think this is the current structure, right? And it's
This is going to be the new structure
This
that I
gonna
will
be-
be announcing very soon.
Oh, okay. And how is the current structure right now? What is the difference?
Current structure is all over the place. Yeah. Alex, this is an approved structure. I'm waiting on to make announcements, like enough times. I
Okay.
want this person to join. Maybe I'll do it next week. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
But this is how it will be. So, let me take a pause here and see if you have any questions.
I'm sorry. And what does CTI stand for?
Cyber threat intelligence.
Cyber threat intelligence.
I don't have a person for that yet. And I'm going to wait for another few months before I hire that person.
So does that mean, if I'm looking at this org chart, right, I will be switched to this new person down the road, or no?
Not yet. I don't know anything. It's a very flat organization.
Oh.
Let me put it that way. Worry less about hierarchies,
Okay.
more about the role itself.
Okay.
Yeah. Because in this role, it's a all grail role for, you know. So in this role, cyber incident response plan is something I want to basically start making sure that we have that in place. I want to make sure we have a disaster recovery plan, because obviously cyber plan requires DR plan, and then eventually BCP also,
What's BCP?
business continuity.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Any question?
No.
Okay. So, obviously, a ton of cyber security incident will be what Alex does in his organization, you know. So when we write any incident response plans, they are certainly required to make sure that the IT piece is covered, which is disaster recovery and, you know, other things. But by itself, the cyber incident response plan first needs to be looked at, updated, and then why I pulled you in tomorrow's meeting with Satnam and Andrew and maybe a few more folks is because we want to conduct a ransomware exercise in the company. So I want to basically make sure that you get involved in that process, representing me in that, and, you know, I'll share more details in tomorrow's meeting. But yeah, that's
And this change will come pretty soon, I guess. Once you got the go ahead, I guess.
If I go ahead, I'm just finalizing a few things. But yeah, I mean, this is how it will be structured.
Got it.
Yeah. I'm just making sure people in those boxes, we have full alignment in terms of roles and responsibilities. I understand the skill set, and so forth.
Okay. So the product security, that's to be filled. Okay. And tomorrow's meeting is that it's on the calendar already? Let me see.
I think I forwarded it to you,
Okay.
right?
Let me see.
Did I forward it to you?
What time is it? I don't see it.
You don't see it?
Yeah, it's Thursday.
Thursday.
Oh, did you send it in like a mail or something? Then you can.
What? So it's at the same time that you, Alex and.
Oh, got it.
Adel.
Got it. Got it.
Um,
Got it. I
So
see it.
the question I was asked was, okay, can you join this meeting? I'm like, what is it about? So ransomware, I'm like, okay, I think it's good because Alex and Danny are meeting me at that time, and I like to pull both of them into that dialogue. So
Yeah, got it.
Alex is there. Yeah, Alex is there. So I pulled you in
Got
just
it.
to make sure that that there are a couple of things, Danny, I want to start working on right away.
Mm-hmm.
So connect with Janet G. And ask her where is our current latest cyber incident response plan, and if you can take us, like review it and share your thoughts with me, that would be great. Because when we discussed the ransomware, that's the first document anybody would want to see. I don't know if the contact lists are up to date, or there's so many things that needs to be done. So Janet will be able to give you all that information. That will help us at least get you started on board. And please let me know if something is not making sense. I'm always open for the ideas. It's a new org, it's a new team. I want to make sure that we make the best impact on the organization. It has a lot of visibility. That will help us keep going.
Okay, got it. Got it. Anything else on your mind?
No, I'm glad you're here.
So, can I ask some questions?
Yeah. I just want to let you know that I'll be pulled into a meeting.
In 7 minutes?
I think, 7 minutes, not 4, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
just a few questions.
Yeah.
So you mentioned one problem you see is everything is scattered everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So is it the organization or the functionality, or is it duplication?
Both. So right now, there's a ton of, like Alex must have mentioned to you that.
Not yet. I'm meeting him later.
Okay. No, I mean earlier, that he's creating the IT operations functions. That's why this position opened up. But I needed it yesterday, my cyber incident response plan. So that's why, because we are sharing resources with IT organization, I want to make sure that gets done sooner than later. So that is the priority in terms of many things, and IT will always sort of continue to evolve. But from cyber standpoint, when we have that gap that you already know, why wait for anything, I like to fill it up as soon as possible. So that's the thought process behind how we want to build the operating model between you're more purview at IT side and you spoke to Janet and Alex, but there's a ton of work that I need to do on that side, which is I want to make sure that we have an incident management plan covered for all Grail. And what does that mean? I want to start with the software organization. I want to see a plan for lab operations. I want to see a plan for commercial team. I want to see a plan for in-process. So, and then, all that is supported by Alex team now, which means basically the same platforms that are probably used by the software organization, but now under IT. So certainly IT will need an incident management process beyond in general, that what happens to, when something happens. But I think, it will be the same plan for a security incident. So that's why I want to get the incident thing done. That's number one. Secondly, I want to let people know that we have a guy here who is basically responsible for this. So don't, like when you say you have a blue screen, start telling somebody that you have a blue screen, because it may not be just because you dropped water on your laptop. That's why it could be more than that. And God forbid if you see any messaging that you don't want to see, then I want that whole script to be in place, so that people know what to do, when to do, in what situation they should call, report something is happening. And then we have an execution plan, meaning that whole script, once somebody reaches out to you saying, hey Danny, this is not making sense to me, it seems like somebody's asking me to ship bitcoins to him and I'm not able to do anything on my screen. Well, at that time that you've been compromised. So what are the steps IT team has to follow? What are the steps cybersecurity teams have to follow? What are the whole coordination that's needed from legal, HR, communication, the whole thing that needs to be done.
Basically, you talk about playbook, sounds like.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, second question.
Second question, the things that you just mentioned here, is it you believe there's gap here or they don't exist right now?
I do not know.
You do not know.
That's why when you connect with Janet G, say that you work for me and this is your role, and Janet is somebody who's responsible for security engineering and architecture, so she works for me too. And I'm asking you to start looking at the cyber security incident response plan. That is where we want to start.
So sometimes you want me to do an audit.
No, not
Audit?
Just get the documentation. You need some place to start with,
Right.
right? Either you write your own document or you start with what's in place.
Right,
So,
right.
so there are documents in place. We have policy. So when you
Yep,
go
yep.
through your policy training, you'll see a incident response plan and everything in there. So
Right. There
yeah.
means something's in place, something's
Absolutely,
available right
yeah.
now.
So that I'm giving you a starting point, and then Friday you and I can connect for 15 minutes, and you can give me an impression of what things are.
Yeah, I'm talking to Ryan, who reports to Janet later today.
Ryan reports.
Ryan.
Okay, Ryan. What's his last name? Ryan Boyle.
Yeah, exactly.
Ryan. Is he back?
He sent me an invite today. So
Awesome.
So maybe I can talk.
Good. And Ryan is also, so Ryan and some of those folks, I'm going to give it to Alex, because Alex is running my cybersecurity operations completely. So, but I don't know what changes are going to come or when are they going to come, so I'm just not saying anything to anyone at the moment. But I'm giving you some context as you're new and you.
Yeah, I'm new. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out things
Yeah.
and connect the dots
Yeah.
and with meet the people and everything.
So keep it like confidential what I'm saying to you, because I've not publicized it.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Any other question?
Not yet. I'm gonna ask anyway. Can I take a picture of this?
No,
No.
it's not public.
Okay.
You'll get it on Monday.
Okay,
Monday or
fine.
Tuesday, I'm announcing it.
Okay, I can write it here.
But you know, we'll like, if you want to ask me like, which name would meant you what by that, like, don't hesitate asking
Okay.
me, like slacking me or
Yeah.
Google Talk or whatever, because you get it and you
Monday's
get more
fine.
details
Yeah, yeah.
actually, like who's doing what,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
are they responsible for,
Got it.
all the details.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll wait for it.
Yes, so that's why I said at least to get your feet wet.
Yes.
You know, first of all, you should reach out to Jared and Andrew anyway, and I'll slack you the names,
Okay.
Jared G and Andrew Hustle, and just introduce yourself, connect with them. You're already meeting with Alex team, which is, you know, Alex, obviously you and I will meet tomorrow. So, you know, I just wanted to give you some directions on while you, you know, navigate your way through. All right?
Okay.
I'm already 1 minute late.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay.
Okay,
Welcome aboard.
thank you so much. Thank you
Yes.
for your time. Thank you for your patience.
Yes, no, we'll talk soon.
Thank you.
Maybe if not Friday, if you don't find any time on Friday on my calendar, let's do it on Monday.
Okay.
And then we're meeting with Alex tomorrow
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah, yeah. Okay, thank you.
And HR wise, everything is okay?
Everything's okay.
Okay, you have access to everything.
Yes, I do. Open or close?
Finish your, leave it open.
Okay.
Thank you. Make sure that you do your training and all, because they'll start piling up. That's what I'm learning actually. I'm like
Yeah.
doing trainings every day.
I kind of a weekend job.
Yes, yes.
Weekend job.
Okay, welcome.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.